So it was quite a difficult hunt.
Welcome to a new video. We're here in the north of Namibia. Next to me is Jaco van Herden from JJ Hunting Adventures. And Jaco, what are we doing today?
Max, nice to have you guys here. Well, yesterday these guys came from Okania and we did some test shots at the camp. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can find a hippo today. Not far from here we have a lake and we're gonna see if we find some tracks and see what we can do with that.
What is the difficult part about hunting hippo?
Well, the difficult part is to find them close enough. Okay. And then secondly, to see whether it's the right one that we want to get, a bull or a cow, and be selective about it and not shoot anything we see.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
It's not a fresh one, but yeah. So we see they are moving around here. But that's not fresh. Let's see if we can see something fresh. Is very full. We had some good rains a couple of weeks ago, so it pushed it up again. It's a side channel coming from the main river. The main river is still a ways up. The hippos like to come from the river, feed here, come into this pool, feed here, walk back. We can just go around this pool and just see whether we can't find tracks heading to the river. And then when we got there and we didn't see anything, we'll make that. Yeah, so the plan is now we're gonna get back to the truck and drive along this floodplain to see whether there's other spots where we can get closer to the river and see if we see something over there, because now it's a bit quiet here. And we'll drive to a spot, stop and stalk again. Maybe we're gonna have to go through water or so, but we'll see. People, maybe we should go ask them if they spotted him. So the game scout is asking some of the local fishermen if they spotted any hippo somewhere. And yeah, they're still busy speaking in their language, so we'll know by right now. What did they say, Kasia?
They say that yesterday it was here.
Yesterday?
Yes, but the time that he came here, he did not saw them again.
Not today, but yesterday. Okay. The first day was very exciting. We did not really know what to expect, but yeah, we got up real early,
moved to a spot where we expected hippos to be at. We unfortunately didn't find anything there then.
Okay, so I just saw a game scout here at this village and heard from a fisherman that there's some hippo close to an island on the Namibian side. And we're just driving over there to go see whether we can find a way to reach them.
Suddenly we got information of hippos on another spot, and we quickly rushed to the area. But the area was difficult to get to. There's an island, and we had to actually use traditional boats to cross to get to the island to see whether we can get in range to those hippos.
Well, the scouts were actually correct. We didn't know where the hippos were, but some fishermen saw them. And we're gonna try and cross the river to get to an island and see whether we can spot one that we like, or just at least have a look at them, see their position. Well, the most challenging now will be crossing the water. We're gonna cross it with the local boats, with the wooden boats. So, yeah, I think you have to have good balance to cross with that, but we'll try and see. And the biggest thing would probably be the cameras falling in, but luckily they're prepared with a waterproof bag, so let's see. We're at the river now with a traditional boat they use in the Kawango. We're gonna cross the river up to an island where we can walk again. And on the sandbank on the other side, there's some hippo. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can find them. Where can I sit? Just here where I am. Okay.
Max was a little bit nervous about it, but at the end he actually handled it quite well. I think on the way back was better than going over there. But yeah, it was nice. I think it was a good experience.
Ohne Scheiß, jetzt habe ich richtig Angst. Dimmst du. Say hi.
On the island, we had to go through a little patch of water still, and then we had to stop closer to this point, which would be the closest to the hippo pod. And we all walked there together and tried to come into a good place. Unfortunately, the closest point was like 93 meters, which was a little bit out of shooting range. We were a little bit disappointed that they were too far away to get a shot, and we never knew if we'd really succeed on this specific spot. So it was already later in the afternoon and we had to head back to camp on that day. Good morning, guys. Yesterday we had a nice adventure on the boat and everything. We found a couple of hippos. We're at that area at this moment real early. Want to see if we can maybe find them feeding outside. So
It was quite an adventure yesterday. Since you mentioned like the only dangerous thing we can do here is going onto a boat, and then we actually went on a boat, I guess. Yeah.
That's hippo hunting for you.
Yeah. No, it's really exciting, and I hope we can get a hippo this day or this time of the day on land. So
yeah, maybe we're lucky. We're gonna try.
Thank you.
On the second day, we got up even earlier than the first. So yeah, we went to the same spot where we did find the pod on the first day. And there's a big floodplain over there, and our hopes were that they were feeding on that floodplain to be able maybe to find them on land. But unfortunately, we also didn't succeed in that. There was already some local fishermen, and they were there earlier than us, and they said no, the hippos didn't feed on that floodplain. So at that point, yeah, we decided that we're gonna back out again. And we were kind of, I would say, a little bit frustrated, and we didn't have high hopes at that point. Then we got a phone call that was really exciting, and all of us were hyped up, and they said that the hippos are around, and one of the game scouts told me that there's some couple of big ones over there. So we rushed to that area, getting everything. It took us about half an hour or so to get there. Yeah, and when we got there, we had to be very careful because the hippos was kind of shy. So we really took our time. Stalked in really slowly. And then we saw them, and there was a really big bull. We were just so excited to see that, and he was actually the closest to us at that point, so the chance was just perfect. And we went slowly and surely. And then we came up, put up the sticks, and he was on the rifle.
How far is it?
Found the perfect angle. He really made a super shot right behind the ear, and he was down immediately. We were really relieved. We finally got our shot. We didn't get any shots for 3 days, and that was just a perfect setup and a perfect shot. So now, with all of the relief, of finally getting the trophy and big bull that we were looking for, we sat with a different challenge, getting the hippo out of the water. We needed to get some local guys with the traditional boats. So this guy is the owner of the boat, and they're gonna help us out to tie up the hippo, and as soon as it's ready, pull it a bit back, and when we get to a flatter area, we're gonna work it to the side and then pull it out. And they came closer, but the hippo sinks at first, and it takes about 2 hours to float, and then we can tie it up, and we had to pull it with a wooden boat and 2 people to the side to be able to skin it. Suddenly there were like 100 people, standing around. I think they heard the shot, and then they know there's meat. And yeah, we had some guys to help us. We took 7 guys to make a road for us, because you can't just drive to the river. There's some bush over there. And yeah, eventually the other guys who pulled the hippo, they couldn't pull it up to the side. So with the road being made, the truck had to come into position, and we had to use the winch to get him out. After taking all the pictures we want to take, people only became more. They were all hanging around the hippo, just so excited for meat. The women were singing, and they were dancing there, and they were just so happy. After that, when we were done with the pictures, we got the guys to skin. We have a Jagdkaiser by exclusive Shurian knife with us here. We're gonna break the hippo skin with that today. And yeah, let's see what it does. I think it's gonna be exciting. It's an awesome knife, guys. I've seldomly seen a knife this sharp. When the skinning was done, we took 2 trucks, and we got all or most of the meat onto the truck. And we had to bring it to a specific village, because we have a meat distribution plan over here that everybody needs to get a chance to get some meat. Okay, so we're offloading the meat now at a village headman. So the headman is the chief of the village in the specific area. And he will hand out the meat equally to each household. There are about 400 households, and each has 5 to 7 people in each household, so that's about 2,500 people that's gonna be fed by this.
We're at Meme Paulina today. She's the head woman of this village in Zinze, and we're handing over all the meat to her to divide equally within all the households that we've just spoken about previously. So it was quite a difficult hunt. We had a couple of challenges and some nice adventures, I would say. And eventually we got the one that we were looking for, and we were so relieved on that, you know. And not only the hunt, not only the shooting, but the part that we can give back to the community. That's why we do this.